What it do, what it do. We back again, all you dusty footholes, with another one. Look at this TV with another Sunny V video. 6ix9ine is on the verge of bankruptcy. Let's get into it.
Spotted 6ix9ine supercars being towed by the IRS as he can't pay his taxes, with sources claiming he has debts of over $20 million. Paying this back now seems pretty unlikely, as 6ix9ine's recent album was such a massive flop, most people don't even know that he released something new. Compare this to 2017, when 6ix9ine...
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know he released an album. 6ix9ine was undefeated in 2017. Everything he released became instant hit, and no one can deny it. 3 years ago,
and was undefeated.
Damn, it's 2017. It's been so long since 6ix9ine been out. Damn, 8 years. Time fly. It don't even feel like
everything he released became an instant hit, and no one can deny it. His unique style of music was pulling hundreds of millions of views.
Damn, Gomo had 452 million views 7 years ago. 391 million views. Kuda. Even the name of these fucking songs is fucking retarded. And that's just to show you the IQ of society was just plummeting at that point. Gomo and Kuda.
Leading to a self-reported massive record deal, with 6ix9ine stating, "Right now I'm signing my life away to Illuminati for $7.5 million. Life is awesome." Only 4 months later, he'd land a headphone deal worth $4.9 million and was paid a six-figure sum just to feature Fashion Nova in one of his music videos.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Hate, and I always be like, man, you shouldn't hate, you know what I'm saying? Be happy for anybody doing everything. But I see, when you see certain things like this, especially if you've been struggling, it's one thing but when you've been struggling to try to get anywhere in life and try to get a couple dollars, and you see shit like this, it's genuinely disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, before this, 6ix9ine was already bragging, "I made $1 million this year and I bought a fake Rolex with it." Then only a year later, he was donating the same amount.
Since the last time I've been here, I donated close to $1 million just to community. Not to no foundations, just going on the street and giving out money.
He'd post multiple
of just humbling, like life just humbles you, you know what I'm saying? Just
multiple videos.
Pink money, where that money came? This nigga got all different type of colors of money in the safe, just a bunch of cash. Why you gotta? I never understand why rappers walk around with so much cash. That lets me know they not paying the IRS. There's no way, because you can't really track cash. So that's why you keep cash on you. You get paid under the table. You do these shows, they pay. You know what I'm saying? Nobody tracking that shit. You just go perform. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't paying no tax. You fucking pay no tax, man. Because even that, I feel like is robbery. Once you're in a certain tax bracket, you paying like 30% of your money goes into taxes. So you say you make $10 million this year. You really only getting like 6.5 or some shit after the bro, that shit is fucking disgusting. It's genuinely disgusting. I see why people do everything they can. These billionaires, these rich and wealthy people go through every loophole they can to try to avoid paying taxes, because it's genuinely disgusting. Even me with my check, when I see it, the amount of money they take out in taxes, let alone when it's millions and millions of dollars you got to give these people for nothing.
Showing massive stacks of cash.
Does money dictate everything you do?
Fuck yes.
Protecting his $500,000 jewelry pieces by dropping a further $100,000 on personal security for a 10-day LA trip. Here he'd sign yet another multi-million-dollar publishing deal, showing that the money was coming from his music. 6ix9ine's first album, Dummy Boy, sold over 1 million units.
It did? Bro, I mean, I was around these times, and I was like, listening. Of course, I was hearing the songs and stuff like that, but I did not know 6ix9ine was this hot. Like, I don't know what the fuck about this dude that people just resonated with. I can't for the life of me understand it. He sold 1 million copies in his first album. Jesus Christ. That gotta be the most devastating thing to be so high up on the throne to come all the way down here. I knew it was gonna happen once the indictment and all that happened, and he ended up telling on everybody. I knew it wasn't gonna, because now by you doing that, a lot of these rappers won't be able to. Not they won't be able to. They're not gonna really mess with you. So,
meaning it likely made over $10 million. However, he'd foolishly used the entire album to rap about committing crimes. For example, on Cuda, he'd proudly proclaim, "All my people really gangbang, talk that damn slang. Rap about it, do the same thing, let your nuts hang. We post up, we don't do the race, you gon' die today." Similarly, on Billy, he'd add, "Get the F up out my effing face before I murder you. Whole squad full of killers, I'm a killer too. Send shots. Everybody get popped.
Sending shots. Everything I was rapping about was really happening.
Which certainly didn't help Tekashi's next.
Jesus. He remind me of damn, what's that dude, bro? Who just was self-snitched on himself. He ended up getting like 25 to life. Man, what's his name? I did a reaction to the video like a year ago too. Damn,
Chapter 6ix9ine rapper faces prison and sex offender registry. The article explained that 6ix9ine originally pleaded guilty in October 2015 to using a child in a sexual performance when he was 18. In a video posted online, a 13-year-old girl was seen engaging in oral intercourse while Tekashi stood behind her. The hip-hop star has since been arrested twice for allegedly choking a 16-year-old in a shopping center in Houston earlier this year. In May, he was also arrested for driving without a license, assaulting a police officer, and obstructing governmental administration. 6ix9ine wasn't given leniency as he was using social media to promote a culture of violence and glorify gang activity, but while he did pay his bond of $155,000, the problems didn't end there. After finally closing the book on his 2015 child sex case, 6ix9ine and his associates went to Felipe Chow to celebrate the legal win with a lavish dinner. Things got ugly when the crew was denied entry into the restaurant as a brawl took place and gunshots rang off. A pair of 6ix9ine's entourage members and his manager are arrested for their involvement. One of the security guards working at the restaurant is reportedly hit over the head with a chair, thrown some robberies plus multiple shooting incidents, and 6ix9ine was facing a minimum of 47 years in prison.
Yeah, he was destined to fail with all this shit going on. He was destined for failure. It couldn't last. One, he genuinely had a lot of gangbangers around him. A bunch of blood niggas that was really out here doing this shit he was rapping about. So it wasn't gonna last. He might not have been doing it because clearly, just look at 6ix9ine. I remember when he first came out and I was seeing this dude, I'm like, he's not. Cause I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm from out here, so I know they don't respect this dude. This is not even the type of dude that they would really associate with. You got colorful hair and all type of shit. Niggas ain't hanging with these type of dudes in the hood for real. So I knew it was something going on. I didn't know it was extortion and all that other stuff going on, but I knew they wasn't messing with it.
I got federal agents sitting in front of my house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. One thing I fear in life. No, 2 things. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only 2 things I'm scared in life.
He'd infamously.
Yeah, 6ix9ine did some numbers too in his interview. I remember he did some. I think he was like the highest thing to interview. Look at his face. Look at his face. This is the face of a man that 47 years is a lot. Your life is pretty much done. And to be on top of the world, getting millions of dollars, getting any mamacita, and you know at them times you busting them down. You know you just running through these chicks, getting money, living your best life, crib, Cuban, driving in the nicest cars, able to take care of your family, living your best life, busting down all the chicks you never in your million years would have been able to have to bust down. Yeah, you finna be in jail for 47 years. Anybody would be like, what? Especially if you really not built like that and you really wasn't out here doing none of this shit. It's like, man, these dudes, bro. It was him. Most people would do that. Everybody play tough and, oh, rah, rah, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that.
They testify against 12 co-defendants,
I don't give a fuck if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched, and I did it proudly.
which reduced his sentence to just 2 years, although it also completely
Listen to me. I'm telling you, 99.9999999% of people would have did the same thing. When people get caught up, most of the time the people that don't snitch is because they have nobody to snitch on. I'm telling you, all this rah, all this tough guy, and I ain't this and I ain't that. Man, stop it. Especially when you get these type of numbers. It's one thing when it's like, 4 or 5 years. It's like, yeah, I could go do that. I'll be back home. Depending on what you got going on, you'll still be all right when you come home. You sit down like a real nigga, come back. If you could still get the traction with the music, you'll be right back on top. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing really gonna stop. But 47, it's done. Ain't nobody thinking you might not even live 47 years, especially in jail. How old 6ix9ine was at the time? He probably was in his 20s. The chances, you know how life is. He might not make it 47 years. Let alone, obviously, you're not having no career at that point. It's over. Most of the people is dead, gone. You're a grandfather at that point. You're in your 60s. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pushing 70, so it's over at that point. So you hear them type of football numbers, most people ain't. Most people is like, it was especially, and I gotta put emphasis on that, especially if you really wasn't out here doing none of this shit. You wasn't on no gang banging, killing, shooting them up. You finna tell on all these niggas. Most people would do the same thing. They trying to play like, 6ix9ine, stop it. Stop it. You from the highest of the heights, messing with the baddest mamacitas, getting all the money in the world. Think you finna go do 47 years of jail with a bunch of men? Get the fuck out of here, man. It was him. That's what people, everybody gonna do that. Everybody talk tough when they on the internet. And the people who saying that don't get into nothing. They not involved in no street shit. They ain't involved in no gangbanging shit. They stay out the way. So dumb people who don't get involved in no street shit, you think if they get locked up for 47 years, they not finna tell on everybody? They tell on their mama, dog, for them type of numbers. You crazy? This ain't 7 years. This is 47 years.
really destroyed his credibility. 6ix9ine snitching became a whole meme format, with people joking, 6ix9ine, I ain't no snitch. Judge, 47 years. 6ix9ine, ever noticed Dwayne Johnson looks like The Rock? Implying he'd say anything to get a lighter sentence. He was therefore also memed as a Karen, whilst others joked, imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer, and your client shows up to court like this. The legal process also cost 6ix9ine a fortune.
How much money have you spent on legal fees this year? Too much, right?
Yeah, like $500,000.
That's what I'm saying.
But being sent off to prison only made him more popular. He signed a $10 million record deal whilst behind bars.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Being released only 6 months later, 6ix9ine claimed on Instagram, I got out of jail $20 million richer.
First day home, you see the vibes, man. King New York's home, man. I'm on house arrest, so come on, let's go.
This was supported by a range of extravagant purchases, with TMZ reporting he'd bought a fleet of luxury vehicles that includes an Aventador McLaren Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a Range Rover.
This is my thing too. This is why 6ix9ine, if this is true that he really gonna bang, this is the reason why is because he don't use his money wisely. Bro, I'm not buying no cars. Cause I'm pretty sure he had some cars before he got locked up. If anything, I might buy, and I'm buying regular cars. If I'm getting crazy and I want something that look crazy, I might get a little Corvette. That's $100,000. That ain't shit. And get a little truck or something like a Range Rover or something like that. I might spend $200,000 on cars. That ain't nothing. If you really came home with $20 million richer, the most I'm spending on some cars is like $200K. And after that, I'm done. I'm not buying nothing else. I'm finna try to invest in this and that and that. I would have still did the music shit a little bit, but I would have invested every dollar I had into like real estate, something like building my portfolio outside of just rap. Because bro, you just snitched on a bunch of dudes. Like, how you think you finna have a long, luxurious, flourishing career now? You can't work with 99% of the other rappers not gonna work with you, even though they would do the same thing. They gotta play tough for the fans. But You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, the last thing.
All 4 cars, Lamborghini Aventador, Wraith, McLaren, G-Wagon, all mine, all bought out.
Tekashi's getting iced out too. We're told he splurged on 4 timepieces, including a Richard Mille watch, and dropped another $300,000 on a chain shaped like a shark.
This is $500,000, $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. If you don't got this watch right here, you a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. You a little boy. Sit down.
I'll kiss you on your forehead. You a little boy to me.
Things home. It's over.
He'd then purchased this insane piece of jewelry, bragging on Instagram $1 million on a chain. Best chain in the game. My chain costs more than your whole chain piece and watch. LeMayo, you know who run the city. In a different post, he bragged 15,000 sold out show Istanbul, Turkey. 500,000 for 40 minutes. He'd show off his earnings in videos such as this one.
You got 1 house right here, 2 houses right here, 3 houses.
All of this shit is all this is depreciating assets, bro. None of these things have no value now. The watches, if they official watches and they not fake and they ain't no funny shit, even then, most of them shits is bust down. And those are not factory diamonds. Those are... Jesus Christ. So none of them shits really have no value. The rings, the cars, maybe. Oh my God. Niggas just buy shit that don't hold no value, brother.
Houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5 houses right here, maybe 2 houses right there, you feel me?
Spending 50,000 of it at the Gucci store in under 10 minutes. He then vowed every week I will try to give at least 50,000 away to someone random for people in need, all the while his music was still performing well. His song Goober, released a month after his last day in jail, gained 45 million views in its first 24 hours. This made it the biggest 24-hour debut for a hip-hop video in YouTube history, after which 6ix9ine also broke the record for the most viewers ever in an Instagram live. Everyone, he's gonna be irrelevant when he comes out of jail. 6ix9ine, #1 on Apple Music and breaking records. Who y'all think is the king of New York? 1 month later, he'd put out Trolls, which again gained 45 million views in only 24 hours, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. 6ix9ine.
I could see probably why he's feeling like, bro, they can't fuck with me, bro. I'm that nigga, but no, bro. You gotta think, this cannot last.
And celebrated his post-prison success. However, as it turns out, this would be his peak.
And you know what's funny? You see the dudes that used to be around him. He didn't have many dudes around him because they gotta be keeping their head on the swivel.
Goober and Trolls became part of the album Tattletales, which didn't perform so well. Despite the noise, 6ix9ine's Tattletales album headed for underwhelming chart debut. It sold just 55,000 album units, making it his worst performing project.
The singles will do, because people with the singles, that was the thing with the singles. People just wanted to see what was going on. You just came off from jail. People just want to jump on the bandwagon. They just wanted to see that initial, you know what I'm saying? But after that,
ever. One of 6ix9ine's rivals, Trippie Redd, laughed at the album's poor performance, which was especially embarrassing as 6ix9ine previously said this.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
The number of listeners per song wasn't lying either, with Joe Budden calling the album a likely financial disaster. He'd state that projections are lower than what it would take for an artist who travels with 9 and 10 security guards everywhere he goes. That's the part that the public never really deciphers. It's not who flopped and who didn't. It's what comes in versus what's spent. And this kid, it takes a lot for him to move around. Anthony Fantano gave the album a 3, but more notably stated,
"From here, I'm not really seeing an increase in quality because I think 6ix9ine is just diving even deeper into using social media and antics and drama and clout chasing as a crutch to supplement his career."
Which turned out to be correct. Rather than focusing on making incredible music, 6ix9ine seemed more concerned with social media fame. He began spending time with Steve'll Do It, who gave 6ix9ine the chance to make some extra money. Steve worked with Rumble to get him a streaming deal, which paid 6ix9ine $2 million just to stream for an hour per week. However, if 6ix9ine didn't fulfill the contract, Steve would have to pay Rumble the $2 million himself. Well, 6ix9ine took the
1 hour? Man, I'm streaming for hours every day. Because you could be, and that's what he should have did though. He should have got into trying to be a streamer. He probably
money, then went live on Rumble only 4 times before quitting.
I got him a deal.
If you making a certain type of content, like relatively decent content, people
Right, to play video games once a week for an hour. $2 million up front, and he just doesn't do it.
Steve further revealed
He had no money at the time, and he needed money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend happy.
for all these black chicks. So you can buy Birkin bags.
Literally, like the factual story.
explaining 6ix9ine lied just
This is stream for an hour a week. Bro, I'm streaming for like 4 hours a day. A day, every single day. I'm over delivering. So
to get the money.
He told the company, I need $2 million up front so I can buy a content house. Guy's an idiot.
Essentially, having been scammed out of $2 million, Steve exposed 6ix9ine further, showing he hadn't been supporting his daughter.
I said, how much money has he given to his daughter for 5 years? He said 20,000, right?
That's 4,000 a year.
4,000 a year, right? I've seen him get paid like over $10 million in 1 year.
Steve then disclosed on a podcast that in addition to the $2 million he was owed, 6ix9ine also owed $10 million to the IRS, $9.8 million to a stripper he hit with a bottle, $600,000 on a house lien, and $60,000 to a home builder. Steve will do it concluded, dude, he's such a broke loser. Literally such a broke loser. And he's just a nasty person in general. In addition to his previous debts, 6ix9ine was ordered to pay $1 million in robbery restitution, although he'd respond by stating, I ain't got it right now. When the judge then referenced this video, 6ix9ine admitted that was prop money. I ain't got it. I'm an entertainer and obviously we talking about it, so I did a pretty good job at entertaining people. You know how you have a degree in law? I have a degree in entertainment. But it seems the lawyers representing him weren't getting paid either, especially after his ex-girlfriend also sued
I really wasn't keeping track with all this stuff, so I didn't know this is news to me. This is crazy. I really thought this nigga was
him for $1 million, claiming 6ix9ine posted revenge porn of her online and physically and emotionally abused her. However, 6ix9ine couldn't even afford his credit card bill, let alone his taxes, leading the IRS to show up at his house and seize some of his cars. Clearly in financial strife, 6ix9ine made another album, although if you don't remember any hype around it, it's because there simply wasn't any. Whilst his 2 previous projects had some commercial success, Leyenda Viva didn't chart in any country. On Rate My Music, it scored lower than 1 out of 5 stars, and with only a couple million listens per song, it's no surprise people have called it one of the most boring albums I've ever listened to. 6 months later, he put out Blackballed, which seems to have performed even worse, excluding one hit single with Kodak Black. Seemingly out of pure desperation, 6ix9ine promoted crypto.
I just released the dummy coin. For the first 2,000 holders who buy into the dummy coin, you will be selected to do a meeting.
And the thing with 6ix9ine too, he got a certain look. He can't like just go get a 9 to 5. Bro, your face is covered in tattoos. So he has to make it. He should have, bro, I would have been a streamer. I would have came out after them 2 little songs I dropped and I see the album ain't really do what it do. Alright, bro, I'm getting on the streaming shit. Yeah, I'm getting on my streaming shit. And if you build up big enough fan base, people will come fuck with you. Like, you gotta, they can get you a deal with Rumble for 2, and you fuck that.
Meet and greet here in Romania.
After which he was actually offered a lifeline. Tekashi 6ix9ine. I signed a new record deal for $6 million plus. It explained Tekashi is being paid $1 million for the album, which will feature 10 songs, and he's gonna make $250,000 for every concert of an upcoming tour. This all adds up to Tekashi potentially pocketing over $6 million, all held under one main condition: he doesn't get arrested. Well, just 1 month ago, 6ix9ine again went back to jail for violating parole terms on his initial main prison stint. In the process, he tested positive for meth twice, so despite being released after 45 days, it seems 6ix9ine's life-saving record deal won't be going.
Jesus Christ, bro. I didn't even know about all this. This is sick. But I kind of figured that was going to be the trajectory, though. I didn't think he could sustain a rap career after that. One, it's hard to sustain a rap career and be consistent and keep and stay in the game and be hot for years and years and years and years. When he came out, that was 8 years ago. For him to have still, even if he didn't get locked up, for him to still, I don't even think if he didn't get locked up and all that stuff that came out, I still don't think right now in 2024 niggas would be whooping 6ix9ine. I don't even think so. I think he would kind of fell off regardless. I think that such a shit just kind of helped it, because now you can't do features with people. You can't really collab with people. Singers, nobody's really trying to collab with you. Even people who not even on no gangbanging gangster shit, and they just on, nobody really want to check for you. So that's fucked up. Hopefully, he didn't invest his money, because you owe all this money in tax. And that's what I'm saying. All that cash, this is not putting no money aside for no tax, man. Fuck out of here. It's my money. So now you owe. Buying a bunch of, you buying shit, depreciating assets that hold no value. A bunch of whips for what, bro? To impress these scallywags on Twitter, to buy bitches Birkin bags, like Steve said, he wanted $2 million to buy a bunch of black chicks Birkin bags. Like, come on, bro. This is what it is. This is a lesson for you kids out there. Don't play tough. Stay out the streets. Go to school, get a 9 to 5, and work your way to the top. You way better off doing it like that. Way better off than taking the 6ix9ine route, because it all ends in destruction. Well, that's the end of the video. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll be back to y'all with another one. You already know.